records on there. What's Williamson's record? 17-5.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Southern Cable Channel 2. It's high school basketball action as we have the Class A Region 7 Section 2 Championship between the Williamson Wolfpack and the Birch Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. I'm Darryl Mitchum along with Pedro Ledger. Joining me in the broadcast booth, Mike Baldwin on camera. And we are hoping and expecting a great battle here tonight as the Wolfpack and the Bulldogs go at it. Pedro, welcome to the broadcast booth.
Thank you very much. We got an outstanding matchup, county rivals. Anything could happen, and it's going to really be a good ball game.
Right now, they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups. We are at the Logan Memorial Fieldhouse in Logan, West Virginia. First of all, for the Williamson Wolfpack, who will be the visitors or the guests on the scoreboard this evening. The starters will go as follows. Up front, the guards will be Garrett Gregory, the 5'9" sophomore, along with Josh Fletcher. He's a 5'7" senior. The forwards, a 6-foot sophomore, Ben Hanna, and the other forward will be a 6'1" junior, Fred Russell. In the middle, the big man, the 6'8" senior, Chris Carroll. A very good lineup for the Williamson Wolfpack, Pedro. We expect the Wolfpack to go inside. Of course, they can play the inside-outside game. They have the size inside. They have the size inside. But they have the good shooting guards, quick guards on the outside. So they'll do both.
An interesting matchup, too. You have contrasting styles of coaching. You got Mike Smith that slows it down, works it for the shot. Pack a little more bump and run and gun, and it's going to be interesting. Williamson will put a lot of pressure. Burch will try to dictate tempo, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes out.
Okay, now for the Birch Bulldogs. Number 30 there is Dave Varney. He's a 6'1" sophomore. Number 34 is Daniel Farley, a 5'10" senior. Number 42, the man in the middle, will be Dustin Wicker, a 6'4" junior. Rocky Hatfield comes off the bench, one guard. Rocky Hatfield is a 5'10" senior. And of course, the trigger man, Chuck Mahan, All-American, or rather we should say McDonald's All-American, 5'9" senior Chuck Mahan. He's a great shooter for the Bulldogs.
Yes, sir.
The head coach of the Williamson Wolfpack, of course, is Kurt Fletcher. His assistant is Garland Thompson. For the Birch Bulldogs, it is Mike Smith along with brother Bill Smith and Jim Chapin also. So both fine coaching staffs for the Wolfpack and for the Bulldogs. They know how to coach.
That's true.
Once again, we're glad that you've joined us here on Southern Cable Channel 2. I'm Darryl Mitchum along with Pedro Ledger, and Mike Baldwin is on camera. And we're getting ready for a great battle as the Williamson Wolfpack and the Birch Bulldogs are getting ready to get it on. It'll be Wicker against Carroll jumping to open up the contest. This is for the championship of the Class A Region 7 Section 2. The winner will go on to meet the Hearts Lions in the regional championship next week. We're ready for the tip, and we are underway as the Wolfpack controls. Comes to Russell and then Gregory. Quickly it goes into the corner, a three-point try. No good, fight for the basketball, and it's going to be controlled by the Birch Bulldogs. The shot there was by number 31, Ben Hanna. He missed from the corner. Now the Bulldogs with the basketball. It's Hatfield, and now a quick whistle, and they're going to call a foul on the Williamson Wolfpack. It's a non-shooting foul. I think the foul was called on Fletcher. That'll be his first, team first. Hatfield will inbound the basketball for the Bulldogs. Comes out front. The Bulldogs control. Hatfield with the basketball now as the Wolfpack in the 2-3 zone. Works back out front. That's Dave Varney with it. Now Mahan. Into the corner it goes to Rocky Hatfield, he drives in the lane. Kicks it back out to Chuck Mahan. He'll try from 3. Good. Count it. Chuck Mahan with the tray, and the Bulldogs open up the scoring as they lead 3-0. Just underway from the Logan Fieldhouse with 7:10 left in the first period. The Wolfpack with the basketball. Comes into Carroll. Carroll back out on the wing. It goes. And we have a traveling call. There's a turnover for the Williamson Wolfpack. The Bulldogs will have it. They lead 3-0. It'll be Rocky Hatfield inbounding the basketball. On him is Ben Hanna. Comes out to Wicker. Full court pressure by the Wolfpack. The Bulldogs with Rocky Hatfield getting it over the timeline. Hatfield to Mahan. Heavy pressure by Garrett Gregory. Mahan with the basketball, and a whistle is called away from the basketball, and it's going to be offense against the Wolfpack.
A little bit too much action that time.
Against the Bulldogs, so that's number 30. It goes against Dave Varney. That's his first, team first. Now the Wolfpack, it's Gregory down deep in the right-hand corner. A cross-court pass. It goes to Fletcher. Fletcher drives the lane. No good. Rebound by Russell. He puts it up and in. Fred Russell with the basket, and the Wolfpack are on the scoreboard.
Had good penetration that time by Fletcher, and he missed the shot, but Russell was there to put it back in.
Well, Pedro, here comes the full court pressure by the Wolfpack. Comes into Varney. Now the ball is loose. The Wolfpack's going to get it. It's going to be Fletcher. He's going to put up a three-pointer. No good. And the fight for the rebound. Russell has it. He puts it up, and a foul is going to be called. Good hustle there by the Wolfpack.
Yes, they got the steal, and then they took it inside, missed the shot, but Fred Russell there to rebound and draw the foul.
It's a non-shooting foul, they're saying, so Garrett Gregory will inbound the basketball for the Wolfpack. 3-2, Bulldogs with the lead, 6:10 left. There's Gregory for the 3, count it! On the right-hand side, Garrett Gregory. Sophomore. There's pressure by the Wolfpack, and it's going to come down in the hands of Fred Russell. He gets it to Gregory, and Gregory puts it up. The pressure is working for the Wolfpack, and quickly a timeout by the Birch Bulldogs, as Coach Mike Smith says, wait just a moment.
Yes, had a steal there by the Wolfpack, and then a nice play with Fred Russell to dish it off to Garrett Gregory for the layup.
5:51 with the timeout is called. It's the Wolfpack 7 and the Bulldogs 3. You're listening to high school basketball action, watching high school basketball action on Southern Cable Channel 2, and we're glad you're with us on this tape delay broadcast. Well, we see the Wolfpack coming out in full court pressure.
Right.
That's definitely having an impact so far.
Well, and you got to look at Williamson's hit 3 out of 8 shots too, and Burch has only taken 1 shot. We played almost 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 10.
Coming into the game, 15-5 on the season. The Bulldogs 14-8. The Bulldogs beating Matewan in the opening game of the sectional tournament. Comes in to the Bulldogs, and now another whistle is called. And it's going to be G. Gregory with the foul. That's his first, team second. Dave Varney will inbound the basketball. It comes into Rocky Hatfield. Hatfield guarded by Josh Fletcher. Now it comes over to Varney. Varney goes inside to Wicker, and a foul is going to be called.
It's 2 on Fletcher.
Fletcher will pick up his second. That's the team third. Still a non-shooting situation as Rocky Hatfield will inbound the basketball for the Bulldogs. They trail 7-3. Comes into Varney. Back to Hatfield. He's going to drive the lane, put it up. No good. Rebound. No good by Wicker.
Foul on Carroll.
Called. It's going to be on the big man in the middle. That is Chris Carroll, his first. Team foul number 4.
Fouls may play a role tonight.
Already the 4th team foul on the Wolfpack. They do have a 4-point lead. Rocky Hatfield will inbound the basketball to Varney. He'll put up a tray. No good off the front of the rim, but Rocky Hatfield gets it back, and it's going to be blocked by Carroll. They get it back, though, the Bulldogs do, and now they're down on the floor wrestling for the basketball, and they're going to say a jump ball, and the possession will go to the Bulldogs.
A lot of pressure, a lot of hands. Tied the ball up.
5:20 left in the first period at the Logan Fieldhouse, the Wolfpack and the Bulldogs. Hatfield looking, and finally it comes back deep to Varney. Now over to Chuck Mahan. He's being guarded by Gregory. The Wolfpack now in the man-to-man. Clock running at 5:05. Rocky Hatfield, he gets it into Wicker. Wicker looking, gets it back out now to number 34, and that's Daniel Farley. Hatfield with the basketball. Cross court it goes to Varney. Now to Chuck Mahan on the left wing. He gets it inside to Wicker. He spins, turns around, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and they're saying
34 over the back. Daniel Farley.
On Burch. That's the second team foul. And the personal goes to Daniel Farley. That's his first. Team second. Wolfpack with the basketball. It's Fletcher. Fletcher with the basketball out front. It goes into Russell. Russell turns around, puts it up from 5, and they're going to say a foul on the play. Russell will go to the line.
2 on Farley.
Russell puts up the first one. It's good. Fred Russell, 6'1" junior forward. 8-3 is the score. The Wolfpack with the lead at 4:32 in the opening period. Russell will have another one. Second shot is up and good. 9-3. The Wolfpack with a 6-point lead, and now they're going to fall back, and the full-court pressure is not there right now.
Still tight man-to-man.
They're saying that Rocky Hatfield travels. That's a turnover for the Bulldogs.
Williamson continues to hound the Bulldogs with pressure.
Garrett Gregory with the basketball. Over to the right side, it goes to Fletcher. Inside, it goes to Carroll. They get a good pass in there to Russell, but a good defensive play as the block there goes to T.J. Mahan. Mahan with the block. Now here's Farley. Or check that Varney. He'll shoot a 3, no good, and the rebound goes to Carroll. Quickly, here come the Wolfpack. It goes to number 31. Count the basket and the foul called. That's number 31. Ben Hanna.
Yes, we had an outstanding rebound on the defensive end by Chris Carroll. Quick outlet to G. G down the floor and a great pass to Ben Hanna. Good layup and a foul.
Good transition game right now by the Wolfpack. That makes it 11-3 with 3:59 left in the opening period. And Ben Hanna, the 6-foot sophomore, goes to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Shot is up and good. A 9-point lead. It's 12-3. Comes into Mahan. Now to Varney. Comes over to Hatfield. Wolfpack with the pressure. Now to Mahan. They get it over the timeline. The Bulldogs will set up the offense. Man-to-man defense by the Wolfpack. Rocky Hatfield with the basketball. Wicker comes out. Now to T.J. Mahan. Back over on the wing. It goes to Hatfield. And now Varney has it. And away from the basketball.
30. We got a key substitution coming in here. Coach Fletcher's bringing in Greg Ledger, taking Josh out a little bit early than the substitution usually, and on the rotation, but he's trying to keep him from getting that third foul. Usually he rotates those players with about 2 minutes in the quarter.
The foul that time was on T.J. Mahan. That's his first. Wolfpack with the basketball. Garrett Gregory will try a 3, no good, and fight for the rebound. They get a good play in there. Count the basket by Fred Russell.
Ben Hanna made that play happen. He saw he could tip the ball over. He got the rebound in the air. He flipped the ball into Russell for the lay-in. Outstanding play.
Excellent play by Hanna that time to get the ball into Fred Russell. The Wolfpack hitting the boards hard. It's 14-3. And the shot is missed, the free throw, so Wicker comes down with it, and here come the Bulldogs. They have 3 points. They need some points badly. T.J. Mahan on Carroll. It's blocked by Carroll. Chuck Mahan gets it. He puts it up no good. And it goes out of bounds. It will stay with the Bulldogs. Now we have a substitution as number 22, Derek Erwin, the 5'11 sophomore, comes in for the Birch Bulldogs.
I have the Bulldogs 1 out of 7 currently shooting.
Varney inbounds it to Erwin. Erwin with the basketball. He'll drive in. He'll try to put it up, and there's the 4th block by Chris Carroll. And here come the Wolfpack. Ledger with the basketball. Ledger, the 5'7 senior. Now Gregory has it as they set up the offense. Comes over the Ledger. He'll try the tray. No good, and the rebound comes down to Hanna. Hanna puts it up. Count the basket, and the Wolfpack are really hitting the boards tonight. Oh my goodness, it's 16-3. The Williamson Wolfpack is playing an all-around game.
But, you know, Burch will come back. You know, it's still a long game. 2:39, 16-3 Wolfpack.
Hanna trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. Count it, 17-3 with 2:39.
That's 2 of those three-pointers for him, the old-fashioned way.
Mahan with the basketball now. Almost a steal by Gregory. Irwin now brings it across the timeline. Irwin will pull up, tries to get it out to Rocky Hatfield, and Ledger will dive after it. Now the Wolfpack comes up with it. It's Garrett Gregory. He'll go into the lane. He'll put it up. No good, and they're going to say an offensive foul.
Oh, they got a charge. 2 on G. No, G's shooting. I don't know what they called.
It was an offensive foul on Garrett Gregory. They say a charge. Wicker with the basketball now. Erwin, he's being guarded by Hanna. Under 2 minutes now in the opening period. T.J. Mahan back out to Erwin. 17-3 is the score. The Wolfpack
and a
with
hand
the lead.
check. That last play down on the side there, everybody jumped up. All I saw was 3 people laying on the floor, and somehow Greg came up with the ball, flipped it down to G, and then they called the charge. He's giving him a rest too to keep him from getting through. Derek Cochran into the lineup for Garrett.
Cochran comes in. He is a 6'1 senior wearing number 15. Chuck Mahan over to Rocky Hatfield, right side. Hatfield looking inside. Now he gets it over to T.J. Mahan. Back out to Hatfield. Ball gets loose. Bulldogs get it back. Chuck Mahan, left corner, tries a 3. No good, but a foul is called, and that's going to be a 3-shot foul against Ben Hanna.
And coach is trying to explain to him there, we did not need that. He was forcing up a shot. It's 2 on Hanna. We're picking them up quick. 2 on Hanna, 2 on Fletcher, 2 on G. Long time between baskets.
Finally, Chuck Mahan puts in the first free throw. He's got 2 more to go. This one and 1 more. He's hit the first 2, and that makes it 17-5 as number 22 comes in, or 23 comes in. That's Matt Phillips for the Williamson Wolfpack. Phillips, a 6'4 freshman. Chuck Mahan will have 1 more, puts up the third one, and he makes them all 3. That makes it 17-6. Still an 11-point lead with 1:22 to go in the first period. Wolfpack with the lead and the basketball. Ledger with it now. Back over it goes to Fletcher. Fletcher being guarded by Irwin. Back it goes to Ledger. He'll try a tray. Count
Nice
it.
shot.
Count it for Greg Ledger, the 5'7 senior. hits the trade. It's 20-5, 15-point lead for the Wolfpack.
Nice pass by Josh, getting it over to Greg, and he just nailed it.
Now Rocky Hatfield with the basketball. Heavy pressure by the Wolfpack. Good defense. The Bulldogs need something badly. Erwin with the basketball. Trying to go somewhere, and there it goes. Josh Fletcher with the steal. He's going to drive
foul.
in.
That could be intentional. Good hustle, Ledger and Fletcher. Double teaming, stealing the ball.
Chuck Mahan will pick up the foul, and for Mahan, that is his first. I have. For Josh Fletcher, he will go to the line, the 5'7" senior guard. 40 seconds left, opening period here on Cable Channel 2. Darrell Mitchum along with Pedro Ledger. Mike Baldwin on camera. It's the championship game of the Region 7 Section 2 in Class A. The winner goes on to meet the Hearts Lions next week. I believe it's on Thursday.
I want you to know Burch took the first shot of this game and hit it, and they have not made a field goal since. 40 seconds.
The first one by Fletcher. It's good. He'll have another one coming. Both teams, by the way, in the bonus. Well, they have Chuck Mahan on the scoreboard with 2 fouls. I had 1. They say 2. He rolls the next one in. 22-5. Clock running now with 37 seconds. As the Bulldogs bring it across the timeline, it's Rocky Hatfield with it. Hatfield goes out to Chuck Mahan, the McDonald's All-American. Goes into the corner for Varney. Varney back out to Mahan. Over to Rocky Hatfield with 15 seconds left. Rocky Hatfield drives in. Alters the shot, does Chris Carroll.
Man, what a save by Fletcher.
Fletcher comes up with the basketball. 5 seconds left as they go in. Fletcher loses the handle on it. Now Ledger with it. He puts it up at the buzzer.
Almost.
No good. We have come to the end of the first quarter of play with the Williamson Wolfpack with a big 17-point lead on the Birch Bulldogs. It's 22-5. Wolfpack cheerleaders, you just saw them. They include Lauren West, Whitney Pinson, Ashley Gillenwater, Candace Parsley, Latasha Grace, Jordan Calfee, Crystal Mayville, Sheena McCoy, Meredith Anderson, Meredith Pinson, Ashley Scott, Erica Hatfield, and Sarah Moore. The sponsor is Joe Agnes Anderson, and the co-sponsor is Carmen Johnson. That's the Williamson Wolfpack cheerleaders, and we'll get to the Birch cheerleaders the next time. The Wolfpack will have the basketball to open up the second period. They have a 17-point lead. It's Fletcher with the basketball. He drives the lane, puts it up and in. And Pedro, it seemed like the lane was there for him. He took it.
Yes, he took it all the way in between all the defenders. Good shot by Fletcher.
Just underway in the second period, 24-5. The Wolfpack with the lead, and the Bulldogs trying to figure this out. It's Chuck Mahan. He needs to get hot for the Bulldogs, and he can at any given time. Rocky Hatfield.
Whoa.
Now Mahan, he's got the basketball. He pulls up from 12. No good, and the rebound by Varney. Chuck Mahan, left corner, three-pointer. Count it. Chuck Mahan, and they needed that one badly.
Long time between baskets.
24-9 is the score with 7:05 left in the first half. Wolfpack with the basketball. It's Fletcher. He'll lose it. And T.J. Mahan comes up with it. Now Rocky Hatfield. A turnover by the Wolfpack. Chuck Mahan again from 3. Count it. Chuck Mahan.
Turnover. G's coming back in.
Now A little bit of pressure by the Bulldogs. Fletcher with the basketball now. It's 24-12. Wolfpack with the lead. 6.5 minutes left. It comes in now to try to get it to Fred Russell.
Turnover.
And they're saying it was off Russell. And that's going to be a turnover.
Well, they got to shut down Mahone here. He's hit 2 in a row, so they're down by 12. 24-12. Birch is down.
There's a reason why Chuck Mahon is a McDonald's All-American nominee, because he can hit shots like that and he can really spark your team. Here comes Rocky Hatfield with 6:20 and the clock moving. Cochran is going to get called for the foul as he tried to steal the basketball from Varney.
Puts him in a bonus situation. Clock stopped. They could cut into the lead. 1-1.
Both teams in the bonus. It'll be number 30, Dave Varney, the 6'1 sophomore, going to the line for the Birch Bulldogs. First one is good. He'll have the bonus. 24-13, Williamson with the lead as the Bulldogs have cut it to 9 after being down by as many as 17. Mahon, or rather Varney, will miss the second one. Here comes G. Gregory for the Wolfpack. Cochran will try a 3. Count it for Derek Cochran.
G did a good job of spotting him over there with his hands up in the corner, and he tossed a long pass from half court. And then a long shot by Cochran.
27-13, the Wolfpack back out to a 14-point lead with 5:50 remaining second period. There's a 3-point try, no good by Varney. Comes down to Cochran, the Wolfpack running with the basketball. Derek Cochran now will get it over to Ledger. He'll put it up, no good, and it's going to go on top of the backboard, and that'll be an out of bounds. Number 34 will check back in for the Birch Bulldogs. That is Nathaniel Boggs. Number 34, Nathaniel Boggs. I tell you what, Boggs did an excellent job against Blaine Pruitt in the Mate 1 game Wednesday night.
Out on Wolfpack there. Cochran or Phillips going for the steal.
Rocky Hatfield will inbound the basketball for the Birch Bulldogs. 5:25 left. Going to set it up. Now Boggs with the basketball out front. It goes to Rocky Hatfield. Wolfpack now in the zone defense. Rocky Hatfield, top of the key. He'll hit it from three-point land.
Those threes will get you back in it. We've got to be very selective here.
27-16 with 5:04 left. Second period.
Good pass.
Goes inside. There's
nice
Matt
pass
Phillips,
and
a good move.
Assist to Ledger and a shot for Phillips. Good shot.
Good move there by Phillips after he got the basketball down low. Just a freshman, folks. Number 23, Matt Phillips. 29-16. Here comes Chris Carroll, number 33, checking back in for the Williamson Wolfpack, the 6'8 senior. And Phillips will take a seat. Rocky Hatfield with the basketball. Second period, Wolfpack leads 29-16. Boggs with it. Comes back out to Hatfield. Hatfield guarded by Gregory out front. Now Chuck Mahon. He tries to free up for three. No good this time, and it's pulled down by Fred Russell of the Wolfpack. Quickly, here come the Wolfpack. G. Gregory with the basketball. Clock moving at 4:15.
Good pass inside by Garrett Gregory.
Russell will miss the shot, but he'll go to the line as the foul is called.
One thing about the Pack, they are going inside, making good passes inside, and they're drawing fouls on the Bulldogs.
Foul called against Boggs, number 34. That's his first. Fred Russell, the junior, will go to the line. First one no good. He'll have one more. Now checking in the lineup for the Wolfpack will be number 31, That is Hannah. And for the Bulldogs, Erwin, number 22. Derek Erwin, the sophomore. Russell at the line, and that one is good. 30-16, a 14-point lead for the Wolfpack. 4:13 left. Pressure by the Wolfpack, and here's Ledger with it. He'll put it up from 15, and it's going to roll.
Steal by Ledger in a little basket, and he got the roll. Shooter's touch. Got a break.
Comes into Irwin. Heavy pressure by the Wolfpack. Rocky Hatfield with it.
Oh, he called the foul instead of the ball.
Foul on Hannah.
That's 3 on Hannah. I had to get him right back out of there. Can't afford to get another one on him.
Yeah, Hannah will definitely have to sit down now with 3 personals, with 3:53 left here in the first half.
Rocky did a good job there. He did stop, but he tried to hold his pivot foot down, and Ben ran into him.
You know, I was really impressed with the way the Birch Bulldogs played the Mate 1 Tigers in the opening round. They just completely dominated the Mate 1 team.
I was totally shocked on that game.
What a fine job the Bulldogs did in that game.
And this situation is just reversed. They're the team behind, so it's going to be interesting to see. But with the 3-point shot, anything can happen in this game.
The Bulldogs, by the way, with a 23-point victory over the Mate 1 Tigers in the opening round. And Rocky Hatfield makes them both, so that raises it to 18 for the Birch Bulldogs. It's 32-18 with 3:50 left in the first half. G. Gregory brings it across the timeline.
And we got a hand check.
He's being guarded by Rocky Hatfield. And
that's
Hatfield
10, double bonus. That's an awful lot of fouls. He has to be shooting. Yeah.
G. Gregory will go to the line for the Wolfpack. 5'9" sophomore. First one up and good. 3:44 left in the first half. Second one on the way, and it's good by Garrett Gregory. It's 34.
Still got pressure. 34-18.
Chuck Bahan with the basketball, looking for someone. It goes back to Erwin. Erwin now with the basketball.
Oh.
And they're going to say that he's fouled by Cochran, number 15.
That's 3 on Cochran. Puts him on a bonus. Clock stop. Second.
Okay, they're saying 2 on Cochran.
Yeah.
So that sends Derek Erwin, the 5'11" sophomore, wearing number 22, to the free throw line. Both teams in the double bonus
early.
And the first one is good by Irwin. It cuts it to 15. It's 34-19. Irwin trying to cut it some more, and he does. 34-20, a 14-point lead for the for the Williamson Wolfpack. Here comes G. Gregory on the pass from Russell. He goes in, off the glass, no good, and T.J. Mahan gets the rebound for the Birch Bulldogs. Here come the Bulldogs the other way, and Ledger's going to pick up a foul for the Wolfpack across the timeline.
Looked like he put a little shoulder into him there.
I think that's the first foul on Ledger. So Rocky Hatfield goes to the free throw line to try to cut into the Wolfpack lead. They trail by 14. 3:27 left in the first half.
And Burch will make a run, I can guarantee that. Clock stop, they keep adding points up there.
You can't keep a good team down for very long. And the second one by Rocky Hatfield is good. It's now a 12-point lead, 34-22. Ledger with the basketball, looking for someone, being double teamed. He's going to have to call a timeout, and they do get the timeout.
Got a little trap on the side.
Coach Kurt Fletcher calls the timeout. 12-point lead with 3:18 left in the second period.
Want to be real wise here in the next 3 minutes here, not take a lot of bad shots.
The Birch High School cheerleaders, let's go ahead and mention those girls. They include Ashley Cantrell, Erica Vaggett, Sarah Erwin, Tiffany Perry, Amanda Brooks, Tiffany Gilman, and Alex Perry. The coach is Mitzi Farley, and those are the Birch High School cheerleading squad. This is Southern Cable Channel 2 bringing you high school basketball action. It's the championship of the Class A Region 7 Section 2. The Williamson Wolfpack and the Birch Bulldogs. G. Gregory has it for the Wolfpack. 3:10 and the clock moving. Now Cochran has it out front as the Wolfpack sets up. Zone defense by the Birch Bulldogs. Right wing it goes to Cochran. Now Gregory looking inside, has to go back out to Cochran. Now Ledger with the basketball, looking inside. Cross court it goes to Gregory. He drives in, gets it to Russell.
Nice
Russell
pass.
looking inside.
And we got a jump ball.
We're going to say a tie up there between Carroll and I believe Hatfield. And the possession arrow is pointing toward the Birch Bulldogs. So good defense that time by the Birch Bulldogs.
And look for Mahan to pop a big one here.
Clock moving at 2:40 now. Second period. Erwin crosses the timeline. It's a 12-point Wolfpack lead. Rocky Hatfield, right wing, goes back to Erwin. Erwin, now it goes to Varney on the right wing, looking inside. Nowhere to go. Back out front to Erwin. Erwin with the basketball. He'll drive in. Now it goes to the left wing. Rocky Hatfield. He's going to kick it back out front to TJ. Now to Chuck Mahan. He's going to drive in, kicks it back out to the right side, and there's a three-point try. No good by Varney. And the Wolfpack comes down with it, but now the ball is loose, and now the Bulldogs have it. Here comes Varney with the basketball. He'll put it up and in from 10 feet. Varney.
It's a good hustle by Burch. Getting a steal there.
Cuts it to 10. It's 34-24. Wolfpack with the lead.
That's what they want.
Under 2 minutes now. Cochran, he'll drive in, and now here's a steal by Varney. Varney with the basketball, and he'll turn around and hold it up.
10-point lead, 145.
Irwin with the basketball, now Rocky Hatfield. Back out to Irwin. Right side, it goes to Varney. He'll try a three. Count it for Dave Varney. The Bulldogs have cut it to a 7-point lead. It's 34-27. Wolfpack with it with 1:25 left. Here comes Ledger across the timeline. Almost trapped, gets it back out to Gregory. Good pass inside. It goes to Cochran.
Nice shot by Cochran.
Lays it up and off the
Great
left.
pass by G. Gregory. That was a big basket.
9-point lead. It's 36-27. 1:06 left. Now Erwin with the basketball. Fans getting into it here at the Logan Fieldhouse.
Got to keep an eye on Mahan here. Or Varney.
Varney's hit a couple of trays. Back out, 43 seconds clock running now. Erwin back over to Hatfield. Zone defense by the Wolfpack.
They may take the last shot.
Erwin with it. He is a 5'11 sophomore. TJ Mon, he'll try a three, and he'll miss it. And I'm
Took
not
an
sure
early
Mike
shot.
Smith wanted that with 25 seconds.
Now the Pack will hold it for one.
It's a 9-point lead by the Wolfpack, and Gregory with the basketball. Clock moving now, 13 seconds. They'll hold for the last shot here in the first half.
Penetrate.
Cochran with it, left wing. Now Gregory. Inside it goes to Russell.
Nice
He'll spin,
move.
put it up, and no good. Fight for the rebound. Russell gets it. He's going to put it up. And they say no shot. The buzzer sounded before he put up that one. We are at the half. From the Logan Memorial Fieldhouse, the championship game of the Region 7 Section 2 in Class Single A. And the Williamson Wolfpack has a 9-point lead after being up as many as 17 at one point. They now have a 9-point lead. It's 36-27, and we are at the half. You're listening to high school basketball action on Southern Cable Channel 2, Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College. And we're glad you've joined us for this tape-delayed broadcast. I'm Darrell Mitchum along with Pedro Ledger, and we'll be back in a moment here on Cable Channel 2. And we're back at halftime. The Logan Memorial Fieldhouse, the championship game of Class A, Region 7, Section 2. And the Williamson Wolfpack lead the Birch Bulldogs by 9 points. It's 36-27. But at one point, the Wolfpack had, I think, as much as a 17-point lead over the Birch Bulldogs, and then the Bulldogs kind of got hot there in the midway through the second
had
period.
4 threes in that second quarter alone.
By the way, this is Southern West Virginia Community College, Community and Technical College, Cable Channel 2. I'm Darrell Mitchum along with Pedro Ledger, Mike Baldwin on camera, and we're glad you've joined us. Now for some halftime stats, here's Pedro Ledger.
All righty, now for Burch, the first quarter they really struggled, 1 out of 10, 10% shooting. Second quarter they picked it up, 5 out of 9, 55. Ended up the first half 6 out of 19 for 31%. Not real good, but the three-point shot has kept them in the game. For the Wolfpack, first quarter came out real strong, 7 out of 16, 44%. Then 50% in the second quarter, 5 out of 10. They were 12 out of 26 for 46%. They have 3 threes, and Burch has 5 threes. Also in scoring, Fred Russell's picked up 7 points. Ben Hanna's picked up 6. Josh Fletcher 4. Garrett Gregory 7. Greg Ledger 5. Derek Cochran 5. Matt Phillips 2. The only one hasn't figured in the scoring is Chris Carroll, so maybe that's a good sign. He'll pick up his slack hopefully in the second half. For the Bulldogs, they've really got 4 people that's put points on the board. David Varney with 4, Rocky Hatfield with 9, Chuck Mahan with 12, and Derek Irwin with 2.
Okay,
scored halftime, 36-27, Wolfpack.
Unofficially, the foul situation for the Williamson Wolfpack, I have Garrett Gregory with 2. Greg Ledger has 1. Ben Hanna I have shown with 3 personal fouls. Chris Carroll has 1. Josh Fletcher 2. And Derek Cochran has 3. This is unofficial, of course. For the Birch Bulldogs, Chuck Mahan has 2. Daniel Farley 2. Rocky Hatfield has 1. TJ Mahan has 1. Dave Varney 1. And Nathaniel Boggs 1 is what I show. Turnover-wise, I have the Birch Bulldogs with 6 turnovers. The Williamson Wolfpack with 4 here in the first half, so pretty much even there. The first quarter, Pedro, goes to the Williamson Wolfpack. The second quarter, I think the Birch Bulldogs caught up and played them even.
Yes, they played them pretty tough. Period. It was 20-19. Birch outscored them 21-19 in that quarter. But Williamson's had 10 out of 11 foul shots. Birch has had, looks like 10 out of 11 too. 10 out of 11. Both teams shooting well from the foul line.
Other than the three-point shooting by Burch, what else brought the Bulldogs back into the contest in the second period?
Well, they eliminated some of those second chance rebounds for the Wolfpack. They did have a few early runs there on transition baskets and a few steals and a few turnovers, but Burch cut down on their turnovers there in the second half and kind of put a little pressure on too, and Williamson turned it over a couple times.
Okay, we are ready to go here in the third period of play. The Wolfpack will inbound the basketball with a 9-point lead, and it'll be Garrett Gregory. Now to Hanna, now back to Gregory. Fred Russell will pull up from about 13, no good. And the rebound comes down to Rocky Hatfield, and quickly here come the Bulldogs. Three-pointer by Varney, no good. Rebound though by
nice pass.
Hatfield, and now Erwin puts it up.
Uh-oh, they're all over Carroll.
Carroll will come down with the basketball, and a foul is called against the Bulldogs.
That was a basket that Burch really needed to make there to bring a little momentum in their favor.
Derek Irwin, the sophomore, picks up the personal. First team foul, and that's the first on Irwin. Now the pressure by the Bulldogs as the Wolfpack takes it out. It'll be Fletcher. Now over to Ben Hanna. Finds Chris Carroll. He's going to go in, put it up off the glass.
Nice shot by Carroll and pass
Hanna.
from Hanna. Real hard pass.
An 11-point lead now for the Williamson Wolfpack. Just
First
underway,
basket for
third
Big
period.
Chris.
Now Erwin with the basketball. It comes over to the left wing to Rocky Hatfield. He'll come back out top of the key, gets it to Erwin. Erwin's going to drive in, changes when he sees Chris Carroll. Now TJ Mahan back out to Hatfield. Hatfield with the basketball from the foul line, kicks it back out to Chuck Mahan. He looks for 3, pulls it back in, now passes across to the right wing, and the ball was knocked loose, and here comes the Wolfpack as G. Gregory will go up, and he'll score the basket.
Another assist for Hanna.
Good defense that time by the Wolfpack, and they have scored the only points so far. Here in the third period, it's 40-27. 6:25 left in the third period as Varney has it for the Bulldogs. Back out front to Erwin. Man-to-man defense by the Wolfpack. Chuck Mahan with it. Now back to Erwin. Erwin being guarded by Gregory. Now Varney, and he got hot there in the second quarter. Now Chuck Mahan. Chuck Mahan will drive in.
And we got a travel.
They say travel by Chuck Mahan. That's a turnover.
Coach Smith's not too happy. He's making a substitution here, and I think it may be one of his big guys was just standing still, not setting picks, not moving around, and in the game comes Wicker.
No pressure this time by the Bulldogs as Gregory will bring it up. Now to Fletcher. Fletcher back to Gregory. 5:50 left third quarter. There's a three-point try. No good by
not a wise shot on that
Hannah.
time.
Now Rocky Hatfield with a rebound, and he brings it up for the Bulldogs. Drives the baseline, pulls it back out. Looking now for Varney. Back out to Irwin. Irwin will drive in. He'll try to get it to Wicker. And the ball is loose, and Irwin comes back with it. He's going to get it to Varney as they set up again with 5:27 left third quarter. 14-point
That
lead.
play was ugly.
Or rather a 13-point lead for the Williamson Wolfpack. Now Erwin pulls up from 14, no good, and Fred Russell gets the rebound for the Wolfpack. Gregory over to Hannah, back to Gregory, top of the key, gets it into Russell, and it's knocked away by Varney, and he's got the basketball for the Birch Bulldogs. Varney to Wicker, back to Erwin, and now Mahan puts up from three, and
it's coming.
Chuck Mahan does 5.
Burch does a good job hitting him.
Quickly down the other side, Gregory misses the layup under the basket.
10-point lead.
Here come the Bulldogs now. Rocky Hatfield. 4.5 minutes left third quarter. 10-point lead for the Wolfpack. Erwin has it out front as the Bulldogs set up. You cannot count out this Bulldog team, that's for sure. Pretty good crowd here tonight at the Logan Fieldhouse for this championship game of the Region 7 Section 2. Wicker turns around,
and he's going to be
fouled by Chris Carroll, I do believe. Now they're going to say
Fletcher with a hack.
Fletcher. That's the third personal foul on Josh Fletcher, the first team foul of the half.
Oh, was he shooting?
Apparently so. At the line will be Wicker.
Oh, I didn't see it.
He misses the first one. Dustin Wicker, a 6'4" junior center for the Bulldogs. Misses the first, second one on the way, and it's good. That cuts it to 9. That was the lead at the half, 9 points. A little bit of pressure by the Bulldogs. Gregory with it. Gregory finds
nice
Russell.
Pass
he
and
puts
a
it in, count it, and the foul.
Nice pass. Gee,
Good
Russell with a big
penetration
basket.
The penetration by Gregory. He finds Russell, and Russell puts it off the glass and draws the foul at the same time.
Russell did a real good job there hanging in there with his body pushed under the basket, and he laid it back in. Nice shot.
Real gutsy player is Fred Russell. And he rolls it in to complete the three-point play. 12-point lead by the Wolfpack with 4 minutes left in the third period. Erwin looking to Mahan. Mahan back to Erwin.
Close to 10.
And that's a 10-second foul.
Yes, sir.
Court violation.
We were calling that one for him, I think. Count them off.
Good pressure by the Wolfpack. They have a 12-point lead and the basketball. As Coach Kurt Fletcher barks out signals, and that one's knocked away by Hatfield, and Varney comes up with it by the Bulldogs. Over it goes to Mahan. He'll pull up from 3. No good this time, and it goes out of bounds.
Good hustle by Gregory just to save that one.
Gregory. Good hustle there by the Bulldogs and the Wolfpack, both. I mean, there is no tomorrow. You lose this one, you're gone. And it goes to Wicker. Puts it over Carroll, but Carroll, when you're 6'8", you alter shots.
Yes.
Now it comes into Carroll, back out to Russell, and back into Carroll. He's going to put
nice
it up.
play. Nice pass back in by Fred Russell. Chris and Fred moving passes back and forth to each other. Great play. Assist to Russell.
Back out to a 14-point lead for the Williamson Wolfpack with 3:05 left in the third period. Wicker with the basketball and a foul on Gregory.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted that one. That's 3. 3 on each one of the guards.
Second team foul. Non-shooting foul, so Chuck Mahan will inbound the basketball to Erwin. Now TJ Mahan, now to Hatfield, now to Erwin. Varney with the basketball, and it's
that's
going to
4
be
on Jim.
tapped away, and that's going to be a foul. Reach around by Gregory.
Yeah, coach didn't want that reach around.
Quickly, Ledger is up off the bench. He'll come in for the Wolfpack as Gregory will have to sit down with 4 fouls.
Yeah, coach is explaining that one to him. Gee, we do not need to reach around. That could be a key. Ledger went in for him.
The 5'7" senior, number 21, Greg Ledger, comes in to replace Gregory. Mahan with the basketball, right wing. Gets it into TJ Mahan. It's going to be stolen away by Hanna to Russell, and now Hanna will bring it up for the Wolfpack.
Turnovers.
2.5 minutes left, third period. Wolfpack with a 14-point lead. Carroll has it. He'll pull up from 15. No good, and the rebound by Varney. Now a steal by Hanna. He saves it. And here's Russell.
And
he's going to put it up.
Charge.
They call a charge.
I saw that one coming. That call, you can see it coming. Another turnover from Burch, and Williamson gets the steal and the charge on Russell. That's his first team foul on him.
Only the first one on Russell, so he has managed to stay out of foul trouble. Clock moving at 2:15 now. 14-point lead for the Wolfpack. The Bulldogs with the basketball. TJ Mahan thinks about a 3, but pulls it back. Erwin now has it. Back out to Varney. Varney can get hot from three-point land. We saw that in the second period. Here's Chuck Mahan with it. He's going to drive in. He's going to go over top of Carroll, but Carroll alters the shot, no good. And now the rebound by TJ
before the shot.
Foul is called.
2 shots.
This time it goes on Ledger. Yeah. That'll be his second. Team foul number 5 is what I have. So TJ Mahan will rotation here. And the fans didn't like that call. The clock is at 1:54 left in the third period, and TJ Mahan will put up that one. He's a 6'2" senior. That cuts it now to 13 points. Hanna will sit down for the Williamson Wolfpack. Coming in is Cochran, number 15. Second one by Mahan is good. TJ Mahan gets them both, and that cuts it to 12.
By Birch.
Fletcher with the basketball. Looking, gets it across the timeline, gets around a couple of Birch defenders, gets it into Carroll, and an excellent play by Josh Fletcher.
Carroll got 6 points this quarter.
Okay, we have an official's timeout here.
Uh-oh, we got some harassment on the side over here.
.137 is left on the clock.
Extracurricular action.
Well, what they're saying is they're bringing
just wanting to set with the Wolfpack fans, looks like.
As one of the officials is saying he's been harassed or something of the sort.
Yeah.
And they are going to escort somebody out of the gymnasium.
Somebody's getting escorted from the gym.
So whoever the fan was has been escorted from the Logan Fieldhouse.
Escorted from that fieldhouse. I don't know.
And play resumes with 1.5 minutes left. Chuck Mahan with the basketball, guarded by Russell. Back over it goes to Rocky Hatfield from the baseline, 7-footer, no good.
Foul on Fletcher. It's 4 on him. It's 4.
Team foul number 6. And
Got to get him out.
Foul on Fletcher. So you have Gary Gregory with 4.
Got to play
Hannah
Ben
has
at the
3,
guard.
and Fletcher has 4. Cochran has 3 for the Wolfpack.
He doesn't get a foul here.
Chuck Mahan from 3. Count it.
Long 3.
Well, that's a sweet-looking shot by Mahan.
Long distance.
47-35.
Nice pass,
There's
Fred.
Carroll. He puts
And a
it
basket.
up, gets the basket and draws the foul.
Great pass by Fred Russell, seeing Chris Carroll break into the basket, and Chris is making a statement. 4 baskets.
1 minute left now, the third period of play. Now Chris Carroll will be at the line to try to complete the three-point play for the Wolfpack. They lead 49-36. Shot is no good.
Hustling.
Rocky Hatfield comes down with it for the Bulldogs. Quickly it goes to Varney. He puts it up, blocked by Carroll. That's about his 5th block. Now Carroll with the ball across the timeline. Gets it to Ledger. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by, well, they're going to say it goes off Cochran for the Wolfpack. So Burch gets it. 43 seconds left, third period. Clock moving, 49-36. Bulldogs across the timeline. It's Rocky Hatfield.
13-point lead.
Chuck Mahan. Now here's Nathaniel Boggs, and he hits one.
Farley, Daniel Farley.
Ledger with the basketball. Gets it to Russell. Russell back out to Hannah. He'll shoot top of the key.
Nice shot.
Count it.
Russell, another assist.
52-39. Last second shot. It's up and no good by Rocky Hatfield. And we have come to the end of the third period. The Williamson Wolfpack has a 13-point lead, 52-39 over the Birch Bulldogs. And get ready for an exciting finish to this one. Don't go away. We have 8 minutes still to play at least. And the Wolfpack with the 13-point lead. Cheer there from the Birch High School cheerleading squad under the direction of Mitzi Farley. Good crowd here tonight at the Logan Memorial Fieldhouse. I'm Darrell Mitchum along with Pedro Ledger, Mike Baldwin on camera. This is Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College Cable Channel 2 bringing you the action. It's the championship game here in Class A, Region 7, Section 2. The Williamson Wolfpack and the Birch Bulldogs. The winner to go on to meet the Hart Lions for the championship of the region. Eight minutes on the fourth period clock, and we are underway. Birch with the basketball. They trail by 13. Driving the baseline, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Varney. Dave Varney, the 6'1 sophomore, and that's his second personal. Now they're saying third, I believe. I heard the PA announcer say third. So we'll go with that. So that's 3 on Varney. Just underway, fourth period.
The Wolfpack's 3 out of 11, or 7 out of 11 shooting that quarter, and the Bulldogs 3 out of 11. 16-12.
Now remember, personal fouls, both Fletcher and Gregory have 4 for the Wolfpack. Ledger with the basketball across the timeline. He's going to be triple teamed, and a timeout by the Wolfpack.
Triple team. Good timeout, Ledger.
Well, they were after Ledger that time.
Sir.
No place to go.
Dribbled into 3 people that time and called a timeout.
Williamson Wolfpack cheerleaders on the floor right now.
That was an interesting quarter. You know, Williamson 7 out of 11, that's 64%. Burch 3 out of 11, 27%. And 3 of Burch's shots were three-pointers. So, you know, that kept them within striking distance, and now it's what, 14-point lead?
Well, when you have shooters such as Chuck Mahan, Dave Varney, Rocky Hatfield, and, you know, Nathaniel Boggs hit a three in that quarter also. Derek Cochran with it. Following the timeout by the Wolfpack. Cochran will shoot for three, no good. And Rocky Hatfield with another rebound for the Birch Bulldogs. He'll take it all the way in, left hand, and it rolls in. Good shot. What a player this Rocky Hatfield is. Long pass, and it's going to be broken up, but Chris Carroll gets it. And Cochran takes it in, but he misses the shot. Fight for the rebound, and we're going to say a jump ball, and the possession arrow will be in favor of the Williamson Wolfpack.
Chris Carroll came out of nowhere with that ball, made a great pass into Cochran, but he missed the layup, and Chris was there battling, going on the floor for it.
7:10 left in the fourth period. And we have a 12-point lead. It's 52-40 by the Williamson Wolfpack. Plenty of time left. This Birch Bulldog team can strike from anywhere, and they have excellent shooters. It goes into Carroll, back to Russell. Russell thinks about a three, pulls it back. Now Varney, or rather Hannah, comes outside. Ledger with the basketball now. It goes to Cochran. Cochran looking inside to Carroll. Carroll back to Ledger. Now a three-point try from Hannah, or Cochran, no good, but the rebound by Carroll. Almost a steal there. Now the tie-up between Ledger and Chuck Mahan.
Wow.
And this time, it will go to the Birch Bulldogs on the alternate possession.
Cochran got a little tied up there, and then when he forced the ball over to Ledger, he got tied up by Mahan, Chuck Mahan.
Clock moving now at 6:40, fourth period, 12-point lead, and here's Rocky Hatfield. He'll pull up, no good. Rebound by Chuck Mahan. He'll put it up, no good. And Chris Carroll, the big 6'8 senior, comes down with the rebound. Wolfpack with it now. Here is Ledger with the basketball. He looks to Cochran. Cochran with it now, right wing, goes back to Ledger. Ledger around the horn to Hannah. Now to Ledger out front.
Shots.
Cochran inside to Russell. Russell looks inside, kicks it back out to Cochran. Cochran with the basketball now to Ledger. He kicks it into the corner, and here comes Ben Hannah. Good reverse.
Give the assist to Ledger, and an unbelievable shot by Hannah. Greg had an open shot, but he dished it off, and Hannah went to the basket for a beautiful shot.
The Wolfpack really worked the ball around well that time.
Yes, good team effort tonight by the 8-pack, as Coach Fletcher refers to them. All 8 have figured in the scoring, too.
Under 6 minutes now, a 14-point lead by the Williamson Wolfpack. Boggs with it. Comes to Hatfield. Hatfield drives in, kicks it back to Chuck Mahan. He'll try from three. Count it.
Saw it coming.
Chuck Mahan.
Cannot leave him open.
And a
good
timeout
by Smitty.
The Birch Bulldogs, and that cuts it to 11.
Yes.
It's 54-43 with 5:40 left.
Interesting strategy here. 54-43. Birch makes the big three, calls the timeout. They know they're still in the game. G's got 4 fouls. Fletcher's got 4 fouls. Chris Carroll stepped it up in the third quarter. And it's going to be interesting how the last 5:40 plays out.
What's the scoring there for Chuck Mahan?
Yes. 6 threes.
6 trays for Chuck Mahan.
20 points. 3 foul shots. 21 points.
Following the timeout by the Birch Bulldogs as Coach Mike Smith talks it over with his troops. Full court pressure. Hannah has it back over to Garrett Gregory, who is back in the lineup now, playing with 4 fouls. Gregory across the timeline. Gregory will pull up from 15, and he gets it to fall.
Shot. Off balance shot, broke the press. He did put it in.
Rocky Hatfield over to Varney. Down to Hatfield. Around it goes to Nathaniel Boggs. Now to Varney, left wing. Cross court it goes to TJ Mahan.
Looking for the
now back across court to Varney. Rocky Hatfield tries a 3, banks it in.
Bank it home.
Rocky Hatfield.
3-pointer will keep you in the game.
Now here comes Gregory quickly, and he's going to be fouled, I believe, by Chuck Mahan.
He shoved him.
Little shove there by Mahan.
No bonus. Side out. Sounds like tennis, side out.
Now I have 3 fouls on Chuck Mahan. Wolfpack with the basketball. Garrett Gregory will bring it out front to set up the offense. 4:40 left, 4th period. Wolfpack with the basketball and the lead by 11.
Foul is struggle for that ball. Ledger pushed it inside to Russell, and he fought off 3 defenders to put up the shot. Draw the foul.
Number 30, Varney, will get the foul, and I have 4 fouls on Varney. So Dave Varney has his 4th personal, and Fred Russell will go to the line for the Williamson High School Wolfpack. Russell's first one on the way, no good. Coming in, replacing Ledger, is Josh Fletcher. Second shot is up, no good, so Russell misses them both. And Nathaniel Boggs comes down with the rebound. Under 4.5 minutes now, and here comes Rocky Hatfield. Gets over to Varney, now back to Hatfield. And there's a steal by G. Gregory. He'll take it in, put it up, and he gets
that was a big foul. Big steal, no foul.
(58-46). 12-point lead. TJ Mahan from 3. Left side, no good. Boggs gets the rebound. Mahan shoots it up. Air ball this time, and Carroll comes down with the rebound, and now Fletcher will hold it up for the Williamson Wolfpack.
13-point lead. And
Gregory will be fouled. And it'll go against Rocky Hatfield. That's his second. Well, they're calling it the 3rd on Hatfield. Garrett Gregory, 5'9" sophomore. No good. And Boggs comes down with it quickly to Hatfield. 3.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
For the 3.
TJ Mahan now to Hatfield. Drives the baseline, gets it back out to Dave Varney. He'll put it up from 3. No good, and Chris Carroll with the rebound. Josh Fletcher across the timeline. It goes to Gregory. Gregory will pull it out and set it up. Now he drives in. Good pass into Fred Russell. What a pass that time by G. Gregory. And Russell finishes it for the Wolfpack.
Pass by G. Gregory and Fred Russell.
60-46. Boggs from the baseline. He hits the 15-footer, and a timeout by the Bulldogs.
60-48.
It's a 12-point lead as the Wolfpack has been able to maintain sort of anywhere from 9, 10, 12-point lead throughout most of the contest.
We have two 34s, Boggs and Farley, I believe. What do you have there? Because that's Daniel Farley on those shots.
Okay, so that's Farley.
Yeah, Daniel Farley.
Daniel Farley wears number 34. We had two number 34s there for the Birch Bulldogs.
I think Boggs may be a freshman.
So Boggs was not in there. This has been Daniel Farley, the 5'10 senior. So Farley has played a fine game.
Yes, you know, with 2:45 left, Williamson has controlled the tempo from the very beginning, but you can't overemphasize the importance of that three-point shot here in the next 2:45 because Burch can hit them with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 threes for 30 of the points.
2:45 on the clock. Wolfpack with the basketball, 60-48. Long
Touchdown.
pass, it goes to Russell, and Russell will drive in, puts it up, no
Nice
good though.
defense.
And Varney will rebound for the Bulldogs. T.J. Mahan will pull up from three. He hits it. T.J. Mahan.
Timeout. 9 points, 2:32, a lot of time.
That cuts it to 9.
Three-point shot they've lived by tonight.
Well, 2.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter of play. This is Southern Cable Channel 2. The championship game here in Region 7, Section 2 in Class Single A. The winner of this game will take on the Hearts Lions for the regional championship and the right to go on to the state championship in Charleston. We're glad you've joined us on this tape delay broadcast.
Nice job, Birch cheerleader there, doing all those flips. 2:32. Now, if you're Birch, you work hard to get the turnover. Try not to foul.
Daniel Farley, by the way, was the player that held Blaine Pruitt in check in the first game. It was Farley that played Blaine Pruitt man-to-man and did an excellent job. Matter of fact, Blaine Pruitt was held scoreless in the first round game as Birch defeated Mate 1 by 23. So Daniel Farley
long pass again.
is the player there. Now here comes G. Gregory. Easy play there is the long pass to Gregory. Found him open around the foul line, and he took it in for the layup.
Went to the well again. Last time down, long pass to Russell, blocked shot by Mahan. This time, long pass to G, and you got the results.
It's 62-51 and an 11-point lead, and here's Derek Erwin. He gets it to T.J. Mahan. He'll fire up a three, no good. And Hannah will come down with the rebound. Timeout by the Wolfpack. 2:17 is on the clock.
30 seconds.
Is it too early, or do you have to go to the threes at this point? Of course, that's really what's kept them in the ball game.
Seems like that's all Birch has done to keep themselves in the game, but still, that shows you how a three-point shot will keep you in the game. And they haven't shot a great percentage, but still they're only down 11 points with 2:17.
Well, definitely when you have a big man such as Chris Carroll, that it's hard for a team to drive in and penetrate and get off shots that way. And Birch has been unsuccessful in that area. But as you said, the three-point shot has kept him in the ball game behind Chuck Mahan, David Varney, T.J. Mahan.
All right, this is a key. I don't know if they'll look for the long pass again, but the most important thing for Birch here is they have to create the turnover.
Full court pressure.
And
there's a steal. No, almost. Fletcher comes up with it, gets it to Russell. He'll put it up.
And he draws
the foul.
That was close.
So Fletcher Russell will go to the line for the Williamson Wolfpack with 2:07 left and an 11-point lead.
These foul shots are big for Russell.
Russell, the 6'1" junior.
He's had a solid game up to this point. He needs to make these foul shots though. 0 for 3 this quarter. There.
Second one is good. 12-point lead. Hatfield with it now to Derek Erwin. Erwin across the timeline. Guarded by Gregory.
Oh,
now he'll shoot the three. No good. And the rebound fought for, out of bounds. They say it's off TJ Mahan of the Birch Bulldogs, so Williamson will get it. 1:54 left. Ball comes in. Ben Hanna has it right now. Almost stolen away across the timeline. Ball is on the floor, and Chuck Mahan comes up with it for the Birch Bulldogs. Mahan puts up the tray. No good this time. And it's going to go out of bounds and off Burch, so Williamson gets it back as Daniel Farley tried to keep it from going out of bounds.
And at 39.
12-point lead by the Wolfpack. They have the basketball, and TJ Mahan will foul Josh Fletcher.
Step up, and you got to make your foul shots here. Buggy-boo.
Irwin with the basketball now with 1:30 left. Chuck Mahan with it. Gets it inside. Back out to Irwin. Back to Chuck Mahan. He'll shoot a three. No good. And the fight for the rebound comes to Irwin. The block by Chris Carroll. And I believe that's block number 6 for Chris Carroll tonight.
They need to make these foul shots.
And now the Wolfpack crowd comes to life. They can smell victory tonight. It's a 12-point lead by the Williamson Wolfpack. Still 1:18 left. So it is possible for the Birch Bulldogs to come back, especially with the three-point shot. Here's Garrett Gregory at the line for the Wolfpack. His first shot is on the way and no good. So the Wolfpack is having some trouble from the charity stripe here in the second half.
They're missing a lot of fouls in this quarter. 1 out of 7. Birch has really hustled tonight and had an outstanding performance there by Birch. Really hustled.
Second shot this time is good by Gregory. And it's 64-51, a 13-point lead with 1:15 left, and the Bulldogs must hurry. TJ Mahan will put up a three. No good. Russell with the rebound. Clock running at 1:05, a 13-point lead. The Wolfpack will walk the basketball across the timeline. Gregory now drives in, puts it up left hand, no good. Carroll with the rebound, he puts it up, gets the basket and draws the foul.
Even though Chris didn't have many points the first half, he stepped up in the second half, especially the third quarter, and he gets a tip in there off a miss, and he's really had an outstanding game.
53 seconds left on the clock in the fourth quarter. It's 66-51, a 15-point lead by Williamson. They will try to extend it to 16. And Carroll's shot is up and good. Carroll will sit down and into the ball game.
Carroll's getting a well-deserved applause there.
Matt
really played an
Phillips.
outstanding game. 53 seconds, 16-point lead, Wolfpack.
Mahan, now Chuck Mahan
Mark it
with
down.
it. Count it, three-pointer.
Nice shot, Chucky. Outstanding career for Chuck, too. He's just been a tremendous player over the years.
He has such a
really
good shot. It's a
play.
pretty to watch. It really
Yes.
is. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it's 67-54, a 13-point lead by the Wolfpack.
Got to give the Bulldogs credit, too. Smitty's done a great job with the Bulldogs. They stay with that patented offense that they have, and he's got a good group of kids coming back next year. Now, he will miss a couple of those seniors, but he's got a good group of kids to work with coming back next year.
Now, Williamson finished the regular season coaches poll, ranked second in the state only to Marsh Fork.
And, you know, for one thing, a lot of people don't know it, but in the summer tournament, AAU tournament in Beckley, Williamson went over and beat Marsh Fork team and had an outstanding tournament there. Finished 3-2 and had some big AAA teams they played too.
Gregory with the basketball now as he's going to try to run out the clock. 30 seconds left in the ball game, and Mahan will foul Gregory.
Coaches in the bench seem awful happy over there. Coach Fletcher smacking everybody a high five and a low five, and a big hug from Chris Carroll. Tremendous effort by the Bulldogs, the coaching staff.
Well, the motto of the Williamson Wolfpack all season long has been unfinished business.
Well, there's a lot to that story.
They felt that last year they should have been in Charleston.
Right.
They didn't get there. They lost in the regional to Hearts.
And they'll be looking at us again.
They're going to have another crack at them.
Big Otis Francis into the lineup. Sentimental favorite.
Otis Francis is a 6'4" junior.
And Shaun Williamson, senior Shaun Williamson in for Josh Fletcher. And Mark Sanger, junior. Wolfpack has a lot of talent coming back next year too. They will miss the 4 seniors, but they have an outstanding middle school team coming up, and the Pack will reload. They're not going to be necessarily down. They return a lot of players.
Let's see, Mark Sanger, number 25, a 6'2" sophomore, is into the ball game, as is Shaun Williamson, number 43, a 6-foot senior, into the lineup for the Wolfpack with 28 seconds left. 68-54, 14-point lead for Williamson. Garrett Gregory at the line. He'll shoot, and he hits.
A lot of smiles and a lot of miles on those 4 seniors' faces over there. Ledger, Fletcher, Derek Cochran, and Chris Carroll. A lot of miles on those shoes.
P.J. Mahan will drive and put it up, and he'll be fouled by number 41, Otis Francis.
A lot of people may not realize it, but those 8 players that Coach constantly calls the 8-pack, they dedicated themselves last year, and they played summer ball, and they won the Logan Summer League, and they were 24 and 14 playing competition from all over the country. And it's been a rewarding season, and they got one more step. They've got to beat the Hearts Lions here next week.
And you know, the Hearts fans and players will be up for that one because we understand that Coach Harry Kirk will
That's
be
one
retired.
of my former teammates, Harry Kirk, and he always does an outstanding job. And, you know, Harry's going to retire this year. This is his last year, so it will be a battle. Coach will have to start preparing tonight for Hearts for next week. You know, there's no practices on Sunday, but you can bet that the Wolfpack will be watching game film.
All 3 Mingo County teams, though, in Class Single A finished the regular season in the top 10, ranked in the top 10.
And you know, it's a shame because all 3 of those teams, any of the 3, would represent the people in this section in the state tournament and probably do quite well.
Gregory will be fouled by T.J. Mahan. We'd like to congratulate the Birch Bulldogs on a fine season and their win in the first round against the May 1 Tigers. They will finish up the season at 14-9. Williamson will improve to 16-5 and go on to the regional championship against Hearts. It's 70-55 with 13 seconds left in the ball game.
Just a total team effort.
Number 54, Dustin Priest, is in the lineup for the Birch Bulldogs. Also, number 52. Number 12 is Andrew Baisden. I don't have 52 listed. Number 24 is in, and I don't have a 24 either. That might be Nathaniel Boggs. 5 seconds on the clock. Number 44 will shoot. That's off.
Big Otis.
They're rebounded by Otis Francis, and that'll be the ball game.
Wolfpack is celebrating.
As the
they're fired up.
Storm the floor.
Really excited.
The Williamson Wolfpack has defeated the Birch Bulldogs by a score of 71-55. The Williamson Wolfpacks are the sectional champions, Section 2 of Region 7, and now will meet the Hearts Lions for the Region 7 championship in Class
I'll have a few totals for you here in just a few minutes.
So as the fans celebrate on the floor, we remind you you're listening to Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College's Cable Channel 2, and we'll be back in a moment with some final stats from the Logan Fieldhouse. Okay, we are back at the Logan Fieldhouse, Logan, West Virginia, where the Williamson Wolfpack has won the Region 7 Section 2 championship, 71-55 over the Birch Bulldogs. Congratulations to the Williamson Wolfpack, and congratulations to the Birch Bulldogs on a fine season. They end their season at 14-9. The Williamson Wolfpack, now 16-5, will go on to play the Hearts Lions in the regional championship. With some final game stats, here's Pedro Ledger.
All right, scoring for the Birch Bulldogs. Dustin Wicker, 1 point. T.J. Mahan, 3 points. Dave Varney, 4. Rock Hatfield, 14. Chuck Mahan, 24. He had 7 threes. Derek Erwin, 2. Daniel Farley, 5. Just a total effort by the Wolfpack Super 8. Chris Carroll, 11. Fred Russell, 13. Ben Hanna, 11. Josh Fletcher, 4. Garrett Gregory, 18. Greg Ledger, 5. Derek Cochran, 5. And Matt Phillips, 2. 12 points off the 3 guys off the bench to contribute to almost 5 players in double figures for the starting 5, and just a total team effort. All right, shooting for the Bulldogs. Burch ended up 9 out of 24 in the second half, 37%. Williamson for the game ended up 24 out of 48 for 50%. And Burch ended up shooting 37% for the game, and that's not a great round of shooting, but they did shoot the 3-point shot well. Just a great effort by the Wolfpack, and hats off to Burch. They did have an outstanding season, had a lot of big wins, and hopefully the Wolfpack has one more step to make a possible trip to the state tournament, and I'm sure the unfinished business motto is going to continue to be mentioned all week.
So as you see the scene right there, the celebration of the Williamson Wolfpack, the players there getting ready for their post-game pictures. They'll be cutting the nets down pretty soon, but a great scene there for the maroon and white fans as the Williamson Wolfpack wins the Class A Region 7 Section 2 championship. We congratulate them. The final score, 71-55. We're going to wrap up the broadcast now, but we'd like to thank you for joining us on this tape-delayed broadcast here on Southern Cable Channel 2. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you stay tuned to further broadcast here on Southern West Virginia Community and Technical College Cable Channel 2. On behalf of Pedro Ledger and Mike Baldwin, this is Daryl Mitchum saying good night from the Logan Memorial Fieldhouse. And thanks for watching.